friends, it is time. It is time for the bedroom makeover video that I have been promising you. It took us almost a month to completely finish the bedroom, maybe more like 3 weeks. But when your house is in disheveled and in upheaval, it seems like longer. But anyway, we've worked really hard on the bedroom, and I absolutely love how it turned out, and I cannot wait to share this video with you. This will be a compilation of all these days and weeks. I'm going to try to put the clips in order as we did things, but I'll hoping when the video all comes together, it all makes sense. But you will see from the beginning to the end and watch all the way to the end to the final reveal of what it looks like. I've been waiting for 29 years for this bedroom and it's perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. So without further ado, our bedroom remodel. Well, we just got back from Lowe's and we picked out the paint. This is the paint that I went with for the furniture, for the bed and the dresser. It's called Promenade, and I was going by memory because I wanted it as close to this cabinet color as possible, and as you can see, it is pretty close. This is a little bit lighter, but that's okay. And then the paint, and we got this in a semi-gloss. And then for the walls, I went with this Good Morning, and we got it in the eggshell finish, which is like halfway between a flat and a semi-gloss. And as you can see here, that's what the two colors will look like together with the furniture and the walls. We got 1 can of the Kills, and I'm going to mainly use this on the furniture because it's a dark color and it's a glossy finish. So I thought the paint would stick better. So I'm going to paint the furniture with the Kills first, and then with the Promenade. And then we got 1 gallon of the Promenade color and 1 gallon of the Good Morning color, and we got some painter's tape, some spackle to fill in holes, and some drop cloths. We have all of the other paint supplies we need already: rollers, roller brushes or roller sticks, paint pan, paint brushes, all of that. So we are beginning the big project. So the first step we are going to do is we're going to work on the bed. We're going to work on the furniture first, and then we will deal with the walls. The first thing we have to do is clear off the headboard and clear out the stuff that's behind the bed. We got junk back there. So let's get started on that. There's a couple of things I found behind the headboard This was hanging in the kids' nursery. First when Travis was a baby, and then I hung it in Olivia's room when she was a baby. And I didn't remember hanging on to it, but I don't know. I guess it was a sentimental thing. I hung on to it, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. I should give it to Goodwill, but it's really tempting to hang on to it for longer. I'm so sappy, but it's filthy. I'd already dusted it off. It was covered in dust, but it's still really dirty. And then the other thing I found behind there, which I completely forgot, were these two pictures. They're prints. These two also need to be cleaned up really well. So this is what the bed looked like after Scott took the headboard off, and he took the headboard downstairs, and Olivia and I painted it downstairs, but he also took all the sides and the end of the bed frame off. If you didn't know, it was a water bed frame, and he was able to take the sides and the end off, and it made it more like a regular bed. He did have to fashion some legs for the headboard, and he somehow hooked the headboard back to make it sturdy when we were done painting it. But this is what it looked like when we had to sleep it on it this way for quite a while till we had the headboard completely done. So this is what it looks like after one coat of the primer. We use stain kills on it. So now we're going to put a coat of the regular paint. I can't remember what I called it, what it was called, but anyway, the first coat of the final color. And it'll probably take 2 coats. Here it is the next day, and it was actually a couple of days later. It took us 2 days to get this completely painted. It's nice and dry now. It's not cured though. It's going to sit down here in the basement till the rest of the bedroom is completely done, just to give it time to cure, plus it's out of the way down here. And this was the area where I took the doors off. And after we took the doors off and we were painting, we noticed there were little holes where these actually had a shelf in them at one time. You know, I talked about having Scott build some shelves. Well, it's already got the holes in there for little, like, peg shelf holder things. So all Scott did is he took some of the scrap wood that was from the side of the bed, because he took the sides off, and I'll show you that in a minute. And he is building legs, these are the legs, for the headboard, because we didn't want to attach the headboard to the wall. And since we took the frame off from around the bed, there was nothing to attach the headboard to, at least not as much. So he made some legs. He's going to attach them. And then these are some more of the scrap wood that he just cut to size to fit in there. So he's going to make shelves. Now I need to go ahead and paint the other side of these. I haven't done that yet. We went ahead, it took 3 coats. It ultimately took 3 coats of paint. One coat of stain kills and 3 more coats of our color to get it to cover properly. And so we went ahead and just painted this side. We did 3 coats and let it dry overnight, and now we're going to flip it over and we're going to paint the other sides of all 4 of these boards. And then later today, probably, I'm going to go ahead and put the wallpaper, shiplap wallpaper on the mirror and get that all covered up. So that's just a little update on the headboard. This is what I meant when I said he took the sides off. If you remember, there were side boards all the way around, because this is a waterbed frame and it had to have a frame to keep the waterbed mattress from spilling all over the place. Well, we've never used it as a waterbed. We got the bed frame used from a friend. They gave it to us, and so we've always just put a regular mattress in it. It never really dawned on us that we could take the sides off of it. Honestly, we couldn't have taken the sides off of it if we weren't planning on redoing the headboard and making legs and whatnot, because the headboard attached to the sides of the bed. So anyway, when it's all said and done, this bed will actually be smaller than it was before, because the frame of it took up so much space, and like the end here, it stuck way out. You can see all the junk that fell behind there, but this bench was actually all the way up against the footboard that stuck all the way out. So we're not going to have the footboard on it. We're not going to have the side rails. You saw I redid the headboard, or at least I'm getting started on it, and we are going to paint all of these drawers as well to match the headboard. So that is the update on the bed makeover so far. For the most part is done. Scott put the legs on it, and the wallpaper is done. Now there were a few of these little
button thingies that were missing. So Scott ordered some and he put those on. Those are going to need to be painted. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So that needs to be painted, and the little shelves need to be put in. The shelves probably won't be put in until, you know, right at the end. But here's a view of it. I mean, it's laying down flat, so it's not a really good view. But this is kind of going to give you an idea of what it looks like with the wallpaper on there. And that is some really good quality wallpaper. I don't know if it's because I was affixing it to a mirror or what, but it stuck really good. It's really tight fitting stuff, and I really like it. I really like it. Now, this is the same stuff I'm going to be using upstairs on my accent wall. I'm going to be working on that today too, so I'm not sure. I may hate it by the time that job's done, but for now I really like this wallpaper. It's perfect for, at least for small projects, maybe for big projects too. So this bedroom makeover is just trucking right along. All right, so I've got most of my stuff, well, I shouldn't say most, some of my stuff out of here. The bed's gonna stay while we do the painting. I've gotten some of the pictures off the walls. I'm going to get the rest of the pictures off the walls and take nails and screws out, dust the walls, and spackle. This is what it looks like with everything off the walls. The trim is down, coat hanger is down, everything's down, and everything's been spackled, and so now we are ready to paint. Here I am putting some stain kills on these spots on the wall. We noticed, I don't know if it's because we live in a double wide mobile home
or what, but we've noticed that the exterior walls, we get these water spots on here, and it might be because the insulation isn't all that great, but yeah, we had to cover up these water spots with some stain kills. The paint was really good paint that we had, so we probably didn't necessarily have to do this step, but it works. Stain kills works great to cover up these kinds of things so that these dark lines would not show through the paint. That's what we were kind of afraid of. I'm not really sure why this happens. Like I said, it might be because we don't have the greatest insulation in the world, but it only happens on exterior walls. It's really weird.
Why did you get paint on you? What did you do? What did you do? Did you get paint? Were you trying to help? Were you really trying to help? Were you really? All right, you can have a cookie because you were trying to help. Here is the walls all painted. They're not completely dry yet. You can kind of see like right there, there's a spot that's dried or the spots that's so wet and because it's light when it's wet and it dries darker. But I can't even believe this, but okay, here's the bedroom wall paint. There's the bathroom. I wasn't even trying to match it, but it's almost exactly the same. Scott says I just have this color green like driven into my brain because it's also almost the same shade of green as our basement. I don't know. I keep thinking I'm choosing different colors when I look at the little paint chips at the store, but obviously my brain really likes this color green because it's what it keeps going back to. So yeah, we got the painting is all done and we have about a tablespoon of paint left. It took the entire gallon to do 3 walls. This wall is going to be my accent wall. I am going to try the wallpaper and see how I like it. If I don't like it, I can peel it off and do something else. If I decide to paint, I'm going to have to go out and buy more paint, obviously. But anyway, that is the stage we're at now. We're going to get all brand new trim for around the windows and the ceiling. And then once we get the floor done, we're going to get trim around that. And it's going to look really pretty. We're going to use the same trim, same kind of trim that we used in the bathroom. And it works out really good considering I unknowingly chose almost the identical color paint. I think the paint in the bathroom is just a little bit more of a yellow tone to it, or it might just be because of the lighting, which is casting that yellow tone. But it's very, 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 very close. And I like it. I'm very happy with it. And it went on really smoothly, went on really easily. So the next big job is to put the wallpaper on this wall. That's going to be the big job, but all of this stuff is going to have to be moved out of here, and that's what Scott's going to have to do that. All right, I am not videoing myself putting this wallpaper up because putting wallpaper up is incredibly aggravating. And yeah, so I'm just going to show you the progress. So this is after getting 2 strips of the wallpaper up. Still got that much more to go, and I am wondering if I'm even going to have enough wallpaper because it's going to take at least 2 more. Yeah, I may not have enough wallpaper. I might have to order another roll and finish that corner when it comes in. It comes in pretty quick. I get it from Amazon. So far, I like it. Like I said, I used it for the headboard, and I liked it for that. And I do like it for the wall. It's not as sticky on this wallboard surface as it was on the glass, which is a really good thing because I'm trying to make the boards look like they're running straight, dealing with an angled ceiling. So there's going to be trim that covers the corner and all along the top and all along the bottom. So I'm not, that's not even going to show. But trying to keep it straight, working on an angled ceiling is not fun. So the next thing I have to do is get this dresser moved out of the way and work on that. Oh, I gotta go let Sally down off the couch. Olivia went out to do chores and Sally wants down. Look at this mess in this house. All right, Sal, just a minute. But I tell you, my legs are so sore today from climbing up and down the ladder, painting. I thought my arms might be sore too, but they're not, thank goodness. But I am at least going to get to the doorway. I'm going to try to get all of it. I'll try to get all of it done. But moving this dresser is not my idea of fun. Thankfully, I don't think that TV is very heavy, so. Anyway, I'll bring you back when I get as much done as I can, whether I get it finished or until I run out of wallpaper. Well, I ran out. Almost. I just have that part there above the door, that spot there, and then there's a real narrow strip on the other side of the door. So I'm going to go order another roll, and when it gets here, I'm going to go ahead and just take this partial piece off, and maybe I'll use it and do that little narrow strip there and get that done today. But then I can just do this strip and above the door when the new roll gets here. So here's an update. Got all the wallpaper up. Got most of the carpet pulled up, and we're going to be sleeping on our mattress on the floor tonight. So it is coming along. We went and picked up the flooring today, and Scott's planning on taking Monday off work so he can hopefully get it all put down in one day. This room sounds very echoey. But I'm very excited. It's coming along. And this is the update on our bed frame situation. We're getting ready to put the third coat of paint on the dresser top drawers. These are the drawers that are on Scott's side of the bed. In here, downstairs, our basement is a disaster too, is the frame of the bed, and we only have to paint whatever surfaces are stained. So that shouldn't take us terribly long. And then in here, I've got my dresser drawers. They're done and dry, and the headboard is done and dry, except for those little knobbies on top, which we will do once the bed's back upstairs and put back together. And this is the state of the family room downstairs. So yeah, when you do a remodel project, it just totally messes up the entire house. It's going to be not quite this bad when we do Olivia's room, because we're not going to be painting anything, but we still have to pull all of her stuff out of there. And she has a lot of stuff, so that's going to be fun.
Get it from you?
You get it from me? Yeah, that's true. All right, we're going to get this painted and be done with this for tonight. This is the wood that is going to be used for the trim around the ceiling and around the floor and around all the doorways. This is just 1 by 3, I think. 1 by 3 by 2 furring strips. And we got these for 2 reasons. One, because they are the cheapest that you can get, way cheaper than regular trim. And plus, I really like the rustic look of it. This is the same trim that we have in our bathroom. We're just sanding down all the rough edges. We're not making it super smooth. We're just getting like little hairs and little obvious things off. And we're going to then, Olivia right now is getting all the dust from the sanding off. And then we're going to use a water-based stain plus poly. It's Varathane. And this is in the color Provincial. And we've got all different tones of wood going on in the bedroom, so I think this will look really nice. I think it's going to look really nice with the wallpaper. So anyway, that's what we're working on, and we have 26 of these boards to do, so we got a lot of work to do.
I did not film any of the painting of the dresser because it was basically the same concept as how we painted the headboard. However, I am sharing with you how I cleaned up the hardware. I used this product called Rub and Buff in the color Pewter. This is what the hardware looked like before, kind of dingy. I'm not sure what color it was originally. And this is what it looked like after. And you can see here the one on the left is before and the one on the right is after. This product is really pretty remarkable. I am not sure how it works. It's kind of like paint, but not really like paint. You basically just put it on the product. You use a soft cloth to just rub it all over, covering it completely with the product, and then you take another dry cloth and you just buff it off. So basically how it's called, rub and buff, and it really does change the product, the metal. It changes it, so it cleans it, makes it nice and new. I really am impressed with this product. I got it off of Amazon, but you can find it at stores like Hobby Lobby in the art and craft section. I looked all over in town. I looked at Lowe's and Walmart, and we didn't have it in any of those stores, and we don't have an art store in our small town, so I did have to order this off of Amazon. But it comes in lots of different colors, so if you have any color of metal that you want to improve or change, I highly recommend this product. So this is what the windows look like when Scott removed all of the old window casing. He totally redid the window casings using 1x6s. And this is what the window looked like. It was so disgusting because we'd had those Venetian blinds up there, and like I said, there's a lot of condensation that builds on these windows, and I have been really bad about not cleaning them like I should, so I had to clean these windows really good before we could even hang the curtains, and it sure did make a big difference. It looked so much better.
here it is, guys. It's all done. I can't believe it. I am in love with it. I'm just gonna go over really quickly some of the items that are in the room and give you the names and colors and whatnot. I may have already mentioned some of these things in the video prior. I have not yet started editing all the clips, so I can't remember what I said 3 weeks ago. But why don't we go ahead and just start with the bed here. Everything up here on this is my gallery wall, and it's not complete. I want to extend it out just a little bit further on that side and get some small things to fill in here and there. But this is what I had to work with for now, and it's going to be an ongoing project, and it's going to be so much fun to thrift these things. Everything on this wall was thrifted except for the rooster picture in the middle, and I got that at Bell's not that long ago. On the headboard, you can see that we painted it. There's a vast difference between what it looked like before and what it looks like now. The color of the paint is from Valspar. We got it at Lowe's. It is in a semi-gloss finish, and the color is Promenade. The wood grain is some peel and stick wallpaper that I got off of Amazon. If I can link things, I will link them for you below. All of the little decor pieces I got those things from Dollar General. That's that wreath that I remade, or I improved in one of my last videos. It's my salt lamp. I've just been collecting these things for years. Some of this stuff has been on the headboard in the past, but I'm going to keep it very simple. And as you can see, we took the doors off. Scott put those little shelves in, and it's just very simple. We're going to keep it not cluttered at all. This little basket currently has my hand lotion in it. I'm going to get some little individual packs of tissues to put in there in case you get, a runny nose in the middle of the night or whatever. And then I just have my one book that I'm reading currently. A little bit of decor on this side, and on Scott's side, I didn't have another little duck, so I put that basket, and that's got the remotes to the TV in it because he does listen to the TV at night before he goes to sleep. The bedding is from Walmart. It's Pioneer Woman, and the pattern is Sweet Rose. The throw pillow is just a pillow cover I got from Amazon, and it's in this color Sage Green, and it's the brand Skyting, S-Y-K-T-I-N-G, in the color Sage Green. This blanket's actually Pioneer Woman as well. I got it from for Christmas, and it's also in the same pattern on this side, the Sweet Rose pattern. But I decided that it was just too matchy to have that throw with the flower side out. So I turned it the other way, and because it's reversible, and put the blue side. I also did get some new sheets from Walmart. They were just in this off-white color. I showed those in a haul previously. In this corner here, there used to be that table full of junk. That is gone, and it's not coming back. We did put one chair there. Scott keeps his laptop there so that it can plug in and charge during the day. He likes to do his devotions and watch videos and stuff in the mornings when he's eating breakfast on his laptop. And then he uses that chair just to put his clothes. Those will be the clothes he changes into after he gets his shower when he gets home from work. So he just has those there. The window treatments, you saw how disgusting they were prior, and Scott made the casings out of, I don't know what they were, 1x6s, I think. And then he used the furring strips, which is what we used for the trim all the way around. He used the furring strips to frame out the windows. And Olivia and I sanded and stained all of these furring strips that are used in the entire room, across the ceiling, along the baseboards, around all the doors and windows. With furring strips leave a rustic look. As you can see, we really like how you see the knotty pine in it. You see all the little knots, and it just leaves a very nice rustic feel to the room, which was what I was going for. And the stain that we used, we got from Menards, and it was called Varathane One Step Stain Plus Poly, and it's in the color Provincial. The curtains I got from Walmart. They are in the brand Sun Zero and in the color Arlo. I got a new curtain rod, and I did all of the metal in the room in a pewter color, because on the fan, let me turn the light. I don't know if I can turn the light off and let you see it better. Let me see what it looks like with the light off. It might be too dark in here. Hold on. It's a little bit dark, but you can see the fan better with the light off. We got the fan at Menards. It's not exactly like the one I had showed you guys that I was looking at before. The one I was looking at before had retractable blades, and the more Scott and I talked about it, we decided no, we didn't want anything with extra moving parts that could go bad. And we do use this ceiling fan a lot. It's on every single day. We sleep with it on even when it's really cold outside, because I like to have air movement in the room. So I went with this one. It's called a Fandelier. Like I said, I got it from Menards, and it is from Patriot Lighting. I couldn't really find an actual like style name on it. It's just called Brooklyn 21 inch. Like I said, I will try to link everything that I can link in the description box below. But I really love this fan with the chicken wire look, and it's got kind of a pewter looking metal with faux wood on the blades, and it came with those like Edison light bulbs. So I'm going to have to find replacements for those, because eventually they will burn out, I'm sure. But they're LED lights, so they should last a long time. It came with this remote. Let me go ahead and turn it back on. It's wired into our switch, and it remembers the setting that it was on. But it's got this wall mount remote control that you can change the light. The light is dimmable, and can change the fan speeds. You can also change the direction of the fan so that it either blows air or sucks air. And we have it mounted here on the wall right by the light switch. I am loving that fan, absolutely loving it. So because the fan has kind of got that pewter look to it, we went with pewter anywhere there was metal in the room. So I got that curtain rod at Walmart. This bench was already here. Got that from Amazon, and I have extra sweaters and things stored in there. Over here, I got these floating shelves also from Amazon. They're exactly like the floating shelves that I have in my living room above my fireplace. I just absolutely love them. And some of this stuff on here was thrifted. Some of it I got at Bell's. Like that plant I got at Bell's. Those two little duckies I got at Tractor Supply. The rooster was thrifted. The wicker placemat was thrifted. This little book scene was something I did in a DIY. That little pottery piece was something my niece made when she was in high school. This is just an old Bible that we got on our trip to England when Scott and I went to England. The potted flower, where did I get that? I think I got that at Bell's as well. I thrifted the little owl nightlight, thrifted the little pewter candlestick. I got the beeswax candle from Amazon. I got the C from Dollar General, and those are just some collection of books that I picked in the greens and off-white color palette to accent and to coordinate with the room. I don't think I said, the wall color is also from Valspar. We got it from Lowe's, And this was in the eggshell finish. I decided to go with the eggshell finish, and it is in the color Good Morning. This is my, did I say that was my accent wall? It's my gallery wall. That's my gallery wall. This is my accent wall. I wasn't sure how I was going to like this wallpaper, if I thought it might make the room look small and dark. It does not. It just adds interest, and I absolutely love it. It's probably one of my best decisions I made in this entire room. This wallpaper I got from Amazon. I don't have the name of it in front of me right now, but I will link it below. It's the same wallpaper that I used on what was the mirror that was on the headboard. And I love it. It was the easiest wallpaper I have ever worked with. It was peel and stick, has extremely good adhesive, and it just went up like a dream. Absolutely love it, love it, love it. And then once we put the trim pieces up, it's not coming down. Not coming down anytime soon or very easily, I'm afraid. My dressing table, my makeup table, I've had that for a few years now. This is the dresser that was in here. We painted it in the same color paint as we did the headboard. And I used a product called Rub and Buff. That stuff is awesome. I saw it used on different crafting channels and absolutely love this stuff. It's amazing. And I used it in the color pewter, and it changed these knobs like magic. You will have seen that in the footage because I did video me doing these. It's amazing, amazing stuff. And it turned it pewter. Absolutely amazing. Scott got a piece of plexiglass from Menards and had it cut to fit the top of the dresser because we were afraid. This is basically where he keeps all of his stuff. He puts his wallet here, he plugs in his cell phone, the TV he watches at night, and we didn't want the paint to get all scuffed up. This dresser took 4 coats of paint to make it look good, and so we put the plexiglass on there just to protect the paint finish. And then the flooring, the thing that started this whole project. When I first decided to do this bedroom, I just wanted new flooring. I wasn't even sure I was going to paint or what I was going to do. Wasn't sure what I was going to do about a new furniture. And the flooring we got actually at a place called Mark Bailey's discount outlet, like an overstock outlet store. So it's one of those things where they get shipments of stuff in, but they only get a certain amount in, and once it's gone, it's gone. You can't get it again. But you could probably find this same flooring at any other flooring store. It was called True Touch Vinyl. I'm not sure. I'll try to find the name of the exact brand name and put it on the screen for you. And it's in the color or in the pattern Duval Street. This was actually my second choice. My first choice was the same kind of worn barn siding type flooring, but it was just a shade lighter. But they didn't have enough. Like I said, once it's gone, and they don't get any more. And they did not have enough to cover the whole flooring. So, because we needed about little bit less than 6 boxes. We opened up the sixth box and just used a few pieces out of it. And they only had like 4 boxes of my first choice, so that wasn't gonna work. But anyway, I do love this flooring. It is very forgiving. It's very easy to keep clean. Just sweep it and mop it, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's vinyl. Oliver likes it. And yeah, it's vinyl, and it's just, whoever invented carpeting to put down on floors wasn't really thinking. You weren't really thinking about how disgusting your floors get, because the carpet was gross and so full of germs, I'm sure. And yeah, so this is so much easier to keep clean and sanitized and sanitary. So when I was going ahead and just, finishing up this room, I decided to go ahead and just do a freshen up in my bathroom. I didn't do a lot in there. And as you can see, my eye just tracks towards this shade of green because I was not trying to match my bathroom. And it's not exactly the same, not exactly, but very, very close. But that's okay. It kind of just flows. We have the same kind of trim in here as we do in the bedroom. But what I did in here to kind of freshen this room up a little bit is I got a different shower curtain. I'm not going to throw away the other one. I'll trade it out sometimes, but I just wanted to freshen it up. Got this lighter, airier shower curtain. I got this over the door mirror for getting ready because I got rid of the other mirror that I had hanging in the bedroom. And then the other thing I did in here really was I put this wreath that I got at Ollie's up here, and then I put this clock here. And there's a story behind the reason why I have this clock. I wanted to replace the clock in my bedroom. But what I had, it was ugly, dirty, was worn out. This clock I actually got for Christmas last year, and it was downstairs in my family room on that big wall in my family room. Well, we don't spend a whole lot of time down in my family room, and I wanted a big clock for in here. Not only because I wanted to use up that space, but because I have really, really, really bad eyes, and I'm laying in bed at night without my glasses on. I can't say with pure honesty that I can actually read the clock without my glasses on, even as big as it is, but I can at least get a little bit of an idea if I squinch my eyes real tight to know what time it is in the middle of the night. If I really want to know, I still have to put my glasses on. But anyway, I ordered this clock that's in the bathroom off of Amazon, and it came, and I couldn't find, this is a 20-inch clock. I couldn't find a 20-inch clock for a reasonable price, so I settled for that 12-inch one. Well, then when we went to put it up here, I'm like, it's just way too small. It looks like there's just way too much wall space around it, and I can't see it at night. There's no hope of seeing a small clock for me with my bad eyes. So we went and got the clock from downstairs and put it here, and I'm like, yes, that's perfect. And then we realized that this clock and the other clock match. They match almost perfectly. So I decided to go ahead. Olivia thinks it's strange to have a clock in the bathroom, but hey, when you're getting ready to go places and you're, getting out of the shower, it's kind of nice to know, like, how much time do I still have left? And so I went ahead and put this in here, and it matches the clock in my bedroom perfectly. And so it kind of ties the two rooms together. I did have a picture here. It was this sunflower picture. Be still and know that I am God. I just moved it over on this side of the door, and yeah, that's the little makeover I did, or refresh I did in my bathroom. All right, friends, that is it for this video. I have no idea how long it's going to be when it's all said and done, but I hope you've enjoyed it anyway. I'm going to try to edit it to where it is interesting and makes sense, but it's going to be a big job. It's probably take me I'm not joking, it's probably take me 5 or 6 hours to edit this video and get it up, and I know it's going to be longer than I normally than my normal videos. But anyway, it was this very special project, and I'm so thrilled with the results. This is an entirely different room. It is an entirely different room. I absolutely hated my bedroom before. I hated it. Hated everything about it. Didn't like my bed, didn't like the carpet. It was just a cluttered mess full of junk, and I hated this room, and I didn't take care of it, to be completely honest. Didn't clean it like I should have. That's why the windows were so disgusting. And because when you hate a room and you just don't even want to go in there, why do you want to spend effort cleaning it? You know what I mean? So anyway, it is perfect now. I love it so much, and I will be definitely keeping it clean in the future. This thing, I'm going to be like a tyrant about throwing junk in this room because it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. No junk in this room. This is my sanctuary. I think it's beautiful. It's not too girly, but it's just feminine enough that I think Scott and I both will enjoy it. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I mentioned when I showed this in a video in one of my hauls that I wished they had had an F because our last name starts with an F. Well, and then it dawned on me, Scott's name, his legal birth name is Charles Scott. He's always been called Scott ever since he was a little baby. But we both have C as our first initial. So that works. It works for both of us. So when I see that C, it's not just meant for Cheryl, it's also meant for Charles. All right, friends, thanks so much for watching. I'm done chit-chatting and gushing over my room. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed, I hope you liked my choices. I think you guys helped me. You guys helped me a lot in my choices. I was going to go pure white. Someone suggested going off-white. You all, almost 99% of you said go with green, and I just love it. I love everything about my room. Thank you guys so much for being so loyal to watch my videos and to give me suggestions and to be my friends. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.